Hello, my name is Robert Blackthorn, the author of the new book, The Anatomy of Consciousness. The Anatomy of Consciousness is a book that I wrote for myself, but I also wrote for everyone else to read and enjoy. It's a book that is based in archetypes of consciousness and solar numerology. I've combined the two together to create a unique formula for understanding why consciousness does the things that it does through each individual living in this world. The book is a 9-year plan, basically. It's a book in which, over the course of 9 years, we can see who we are through differing archetypal profiles. And each individual has a primary archetype from which they start from, and then they move forward through that into life cycles and master numbers. So the book is a complex flow of self-understanding and self-awareness, and to see who we are and why we do the things we do, why we make the choices we make. Are those choices from our unique, authentic perspective, or are those choices that are programmed based on our archetypal profile? My muses, one of my muses is Carl Jung. And I started reading Carl Jung back in 1990 when I was 20 years old, living in Seattle, going to school. And I found a book called Alchemical Studies. And I'm not sure if in this book in particular he mentions this statement, but I know he mentioned it later, and he's quoted as this, that every illness is a spiritual illness. And in order to discover what the core issue is, you have to do an internal investigation. Without internalizing and understanding who we are from the core, we will never understand why we do the things we do. And that is a path of devotion. That is a path in which you look inside and you are devoted to understanding your motivations. You're devoted to understanding your relationship to others, and you look inside and you say to yourself, why am I doing the things that I'm doing? How am I affecting the world around me? What is this energy flowing out of me? How am I contributing, or how am I creating more chaos and more problems in the world? When I look inside of myself and I use the book as a guide, it always helps me understand that there are certain pathways in which consciousness takes to understand and experience itself. So if we understand that these are natural cycles of human consciousness and not unnatural, we can look at our lives with more joy and more satisfaction of why we are doing what we're doing. And we can also say, wait a second, do I really want to do this? I have an opportunity to change my behavior. I have an opportunity to go, oh, okay, I see this is a pattern of behavior that I have control over. And I can change who I am, and I can seek the most enlightened perspective instead of always just rushing in as a programmed event and not understanding why we do what we do. So I really encourage people as they read this book that they're going in this internal journey, and they do it with joy. It may uncover some monsters and demons and scary things, but the joy of embracing all of those things instead of ignoring them and denying them is what makes us our authentic self. Let's come together. Let's investigate who we are, what we're doing here. What's your personal mythos? What is your hero's journey? What motivates you in the morning? You know, and for some people, they don't even know, but we can take the time to find out. We can really take the time to find out, because when we do, we fall in love with our lives all over again. And when we fall in love with our lives, and when we fall in love with life itself, it becomes harder and harder to do harm in the world. It becomes more difficult to cause pain to another person because we feel so blessed with every moment. And so that's my gift. I just want to return that gift of what I have discovered about myself and share it with other people so that they can discover it for themselves as well.